So one of my favorite things about resistance training and being in the gym is that failure is celebrated. It's actually necessary for us to be reaching a point of failure on a fairly consistent basis in order to create maximum growth and get the most out of our resistance training. By failure, I mean once you have mastered the form of an exercise, it's important that you push yourself to a point where you literally cannot do one more repetition with decent form with the weight that you are using at that time. That is what truly creates amazing growth. Okay. Now there are a couple of ways that we can push past the point of failure, and sometimes you'll see these programs, so I want to run through them. The first one is called a rest pause set, and the second is called a drop set. And I'm gonna demo both of those for you. So a rest pause set is when you go to a point of failure where you're using a particular weight, and then you're gonna set down that weight for a maximum of 10 seconds. And then you're gonna pick the weight back up and continue doing repetitions until you reach failure again, okay? So let's pretend like I've picked up my weights and I'm doing bent over rows. Okay, so I'm doing bent over rows and I get to a point where I just can't pick it up anymore, and then I set it down and I count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I pick it back up and I keep repping out reps, and maybe I just get 3 to 5 more in, and then I just can't do another one, and then I set the weight down. Okay, so even though I was supposed to go to about 10 repetitions and I reached failure with this particular weight at about 10 repetitions, because I took that extra 10 seconds rest and was able to rep out about 5 more reps, that's pushing past that point of failure and helping me to grow even more. Okay. A drop set is where you reach a point of failure with a certain weight and certain number of repetitions, and then you would decrease the weight by, I would say, somewhere between like 5 to 20 pounds, depending on the exercise. And then you continue doing repetitions to failure again, okay? So let's pretend like we have 2 separate weights here. So I'm using a 30-pound dumbbell and then I'm using a 20-pound dumbbell, right? And so I'm doing, one arm bent over rows with my 30-pound dumbbell, and I reach a point where I just can't pick it up anymore, so I'll set it down and then I'll pick up my 20-pound immediately and continue doing repetitions until I reach failure, okay? That is how you do a drop set. So both of those, the rest pause set and the drop set, are great ways to push past failure and create even more growth.